Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Wapakoneta High School, where tonight in Western Buckeye League action, the Wapakoneta Redskins welcome in the St. Mary's Rough Riders. Hello, everyone. I'm Danny Holbrook alongside Austin Scott, the rookie, and the WOSN crew. Austin, great to have you tonight.
Hey, great to be working with you, Danny. Been looking forward to this for a long time.
Tonight's pregame and keys to the game are brought to you by Burke Petroleum, now offering propane for residential, farm, commercial, and industrial users. Burke Petroleum, dependable, available, 800-776-3097. All right, Austin, let's get right to it. Let's talk about the visitors from St. Mary's High School. Let's get to the keys of the game for them. They come in losing 7 of their last 8, but they started out the year 2-0.
Absolutely. So St. Mary's a team that's trying to grow kind of on the fly here a little bit. A couple young groups that are going at it here tonight with both teams, actually. So looking ahead, you want to get into the keys of the game here,
Yes.
Danny? Absolutely. Starting with the St. Mary's Rough Riders, kind of echoing the words of their head coach, Jordan Blackburn, of what he told me earlier this week, and probably what his locker room pregame speech was: be us. Be the best version of themselves that they can. Embrace the style of play that they need to employ, and they'll give themselves a great chance in this ball game tonight. Also, limiting turnovers. That's going to be crucial in a game that we expect to be long physical possessions, kind of a slower paced game that's going to be won in the mud, so to speak. You got to take care of the basketball and not give the opponent any free possessions in this one. And then lastly, for St. Mary's, win those 50-50 balls. Coach believes this is a game that can come down to some loose balls, rebounds that are up for the taking, so to speak. So if St. Mary's can do that, they give themselves a great chance tonight.
And Austin, for the Wapakoneta Redskins, led by head coach Trey Elkert, they come in at 4-6. They've lost 3 out of 4. Now, what we're hearing is Ryan Richardson's a little under the weather. We don't know what the situation is. I hope the young men can play. Let's talk about their keys to winning this game.
Absolutely. So for Wapakoneta, number one is owning the glass. This has been a point of emphasis for Coach Trey Elkert all season long, in an area that he admits they need to improve on most. So taking care of the boards tonight, defensively limiting St. Mary's to 1 shot, and then on the offensive side of things, if they can get a few boards that give them second chances at the basket, they'll really have an advantage on that tonight. Secondly, for Wapak, they need to take care of the basketball also. Again, we talked about the style of play that's going to be employed by both teams here tonight, so don't give away any possessions all night long. And then lastly, for Wapakoneta, finish around the basket. Last week in their game we broadcasted here against Salina, they were able to get a ton of paint touches. Their entire offense revolves around getting to the basket, attacking the rim. They did that last week. They just weren't able to finish and capitalize once they got there, and that might have been a deciding factor on their loss last week. So they're hoping to turn the tide on that and make that the reason that they win tonight's ball game against St. Mary's.
Tonight's pregame and keys of the game are brought to you by Burke Petroleum, now offering propane for residential, farm, commercial, and industrial users. Burke Petroleum, dependable, available, 800-776-3097. It's Wapakoneta, it's St. Mary's, it's a big-time Western Buckeye League rivalry, and we'll have the starting lineups and tip-off right after these messages. Welcome back to Wapakoneta High School. Binkley Real Estate is tonight's premier sponsor for the Wapakoneta Redskins. Binkley Real Estate has an effective sales approach, effective marketing campaigns, and extensive network that will get you results that move you. And our first quarter sponsor tonight is Burke Petroleum, now offering propane for residential, farm, commercial, and industrial users. Burke Petroleum, dependable, available, 800-776-3097. Danny Holbrook, Austin Scott. Austin, this is a big-time rivalry. They've been playing this for a lot of years in all kinds of sports. Look, these two schools don't like each other, but they respect each other. They play hard. We're in for a good game tonight.
Oh, absolutely. Always, regardless of the records, when you put these two teams together, ends up being a hard-fought, really competitive game.
Absolutely.
And I definitely expect to see that tonight as well.
Absolutely. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. First, for the visitors from St. Mary's, they'll start number 2, Caden Geiger, a 6'1 sophomore at 6.3 a game. Number 5, Casey Gross, is a 5'10 junior at 4.9 a game. Number 11, Ryan Monfort, is a 6-foot junior at 3.4 a game. Number 13, Alex Haney, is a 6'1 senior at 14 points a game. He leads this squad in scoring. And number 23, Brennan Steger, is a 6'2 senior at 10.2 a game. St. Mary's comes in at 3-7, 0-2 in the Western Buckeye League. They give up 49 points a game, and they average 42 points a game. For the Wapakoneta Redskins, the home team, they'll start the quarterback, number 2, Caleb Caleb Moyer, a 6'2 junior at 7 points a game. Number 3, Blake Rogers is a 6-foot sophomore at 6.1 a game. Number 20, Ryan Richardson, a 6'2 junior. He leads this team in scoring at 14.4 a game. Number 21, Caleb Adams is a 6'5 sophomore at 7.3 a game. And number 23, Aaron Sadler, a 6'2 sophomore, averaging 3.3, rounds out the starting lineup. So I think we're in for a good one, brother. These two teams, look, I realize not the seasons they want, but there's so many things ahead of them. A lot of basketball left. We just start January.
Oh, exactly. And again, two really young teams that are just trying to get experience and learn what it takes to compete in the Western Buckeye League, as well as other area conferences as well.
Yeah, and now we talked earlier, Austin, about Ryan Richardson, the leading scorer for Wapakoneta. We had heard that he was under the weather, had some medical issues. He's playing tonight. He's in the starting lineup, and we watched him during warm-ups. He looks pretty fresh and good.
Yeah, let him out onto the court here, so we'll see how close to 100% he is here, but I would expect St. Mary's to be keying on him regardless of his health right now.
Absolutely, and as I said earlier, Wapakoneta has lost 3 out of 4. They got a win over Allen East, 38-35 in their last contest. St. Mary's, with their last contest, they lose 61-34 to a really good Versailles team.
Absolutely. They were in that game and played really hard through 3 quarters, and then I believe in the 4th stanza there, Versailles kind of stepped on the gas. I believe they had a 22-7 4th quarter as far as the scoring margin went that really busted that open, but I know Coach Blackburn was pretty happy with their effort through 3 quarters in that one.
So we are just about underway. A really nice crowd, and I'm going to say that old cliche, and do not laugh at me, Austin. It's cold outside, but it's hot in the gym.
That's right. Oh, my goodness. Yep. It'll be a good one, Danny.
We came down in some nasty weather, but a lot of folks came out here tonight, and we are underway. Early start tonight because of the Buckeyes bowl game. And, hey, let's just sit back and enjoy some good high school basketball. Wapakoneta wins the tip, and they will start on offense. This is Richardson with the ball. He's averaging about 14 points a game. Young man leading this team in scoring. This is Caleb Moyer. You know him from football. He's the quarterback. Richardson goes top. He'll go back to Moyer on the top side. They'll swing it around to the right side. St. Mary's in that man-to-man defense. They'll go baseline. Back up top, Ryan Richardson from 3. And that's off the mark. Rebound comes down, and it is brought in by, oh no, it's on the ground. It's a scrum. Wapakoneta gets the ball back, and Caleb Moyer ends up with it on the left side of the floor.
And there's one of the 50-50 balls that we talked about in the keys of the game. Now Wapak again getting a second chance here on this opening possession.
Wapakoneta retains the offensive end here with 7 minutes to go. Still knotted at 0. Nobody scored yet. Wapakoneta being deliberate on offense, taking their time. Wapakoneta comes in at 4-6, 1-2 in the Western Buckeye League. From the floor, they shoot 37%. From behind the arc, about 25%. Moyer thought about hoisting that one up. He'll bring it back down. Richardson and Moyer playing a 2-man game up top. They'll go left side, little dribble drive to the middle, and they'll kick it back out.
St. Mary's in the 2-3 defense here. It's been kind of their base set here so far this season. Not afraid to throw a bunch of varying looks at you either. I've seen them in some box and 1, triangle and 2. And again, just try to keep mixing things up, kind of keep the offense off balance, and it's leading to a really long opening possession here, which was to kind of be expected with the pace that these two teams like to play.
Well, a lot of these fans don't want that whistle blowing anyways.
No.
They want to get, and you know what I'm talking about. They want to get home in that weather and get that Buckeye game. Hey, look, I loved what your approach was this week. You talked to Coach Jordan Blackburn from St. Mary's. Man alive, I wanted to suit up and play for that guy.
Oh, my gosh,
his
I know.
Philosophy, he knows he doesn't have the best team this year, but he talks about effort and he talks about hustle. And right there, the Wapakoneta Redskins turn it over.
Oh, yeah. Effort and physicality are two things for Coach Blackburn that are just absolute non-negotiables. So, yeah, you can be a little skill deficient, but again, your defensive effort, rebounding, those sorts of things are all effort and kind of physicality-based plays. So that's where St. Mary's is wanting to kind of win that battle tonight.
This is Casey Gross with the ball up top. They'll swing it around to the top, onto the left side, looking down to the post. St. Mary's comes in averaging 43 points a game. They will give up 49 a game, i.e. the problem with the win-loss record on the defensive end. They hope to get it right tonight. There's a 3 from the left side. It's on the way, and it's good. Brennan Stager, the 6'2 senior, averaging 10 a game. He knocks it in, and he gives the Rough Riders the 3-0 lead on the Lee's Famous Recipe scoreboard.
And you see a lot of what St. Mary's wants to do there. A ton of off-ball movement, and then also they want to look at Haney down in the post as much as they can. So you'll see him set a lot of down screens that immediately get into post-ups.
Tonight's three-point sponsor is Wapakoneta Ford. View our new and pre-owned inventory at wapakonetaford.net or visit us at 613 North Dixie Highway in Wapakoneta. So the St. Mary's Rough Riders on a big-time three from the left side of the floor. Knock it in. They lead 3-0. An early 3-0 advantage on the Lee's Famous Recipe scoreboard.
Again, Wapak's offense really predicated around getting into the painted area, and St. Mary's with this 2-3 right now, able to keep Wapak out of there, and so far no one really willing to set up any threes for Wapakoneta.
Moyer thought about hoisting up. They'll double team him in the corner. Moyer dribble drives to the foul line, kick it back down to the baseline. Moyer gets inside, shot goes up, and it's blocked. A nice block there by Brennan Stager. Brennan Stager doing it on both ends of the floor for the Rough Riders.
Yeah, Wapak able to finally get a paint touch there, a quality paint touch, and it gets rejected by Stager.
This is Alex Haney with the ball out top. He'll swing it over to Gross. Gross gets it over to Stager. Boy, this is a different St. Mary's team, Austin, than we've seen the last few years. And I talk about height, and, they went 6'10", 6'6", 6'6" across the board. Nothing like that now. There's a three-pointer on the way, and it's good. Ryan Montfort, the 6-foot junior, knocks in another Wapakoneta 4-3, and it's 6-0 on the Lee's Famous Recipe scoreboard.
So St. Mary's doing a good job. Again, one thing that Coach Blackburn lauds this team for is just how unselfish that they play. They play extremely well together, and again, they'll pass up a good shot for a great shot for one of their teammates, and that when they're able to do that, that can lead to success.
And Moyer makes a nice cut and gets to the rim, and he scores. Caleb Moyer, the quarterback, makes it 6-2 on the Lee's Famous Recipe scoreboard. He's a physical player, Austin, and he's very gifted, very athletic. We'll see that all night.
Absolutely. So he can jump out of the gym, and again, he's got a really long reach as well that allows him to make some acrobatic finishes just like that one.
Caden Geiger with the ball up top. He'll swing it over to the right side. This is Montfort. Montfort knocked in the last three. They'll go back to Stager. Wapakoneta down 6-2. St. Mary's on the strength of 2 3-point goals. Both teams running a very deliberate offense. Looking at those high screens. There's another three, and that's off the mark. And that's going to go out of bounds, and it'll go back to the Redskins.
So Wapakoneta doing a good job here so far of communicating on off-ball screens.
Tonight's presenting sponsor is Frost Roofing, family owned and operated for over 96 years. Join the Frost family. They're an equal opportunity employer. Call 419-739-ROOF. So are you surprised, Austin, with the deliberate style of play? I know you're really familiar with the Wapakoneta program here.
Yeah, both teams, this is kind of their MO. They want to have those long physical possessions. They don't want to settle for bad shots. They really want to try to play inside out. So, again, to see the long physical possessions, not a surprise here tonight.
Blake Rogers knocks in another Wapakoneta 4-3, and it's 6-5 on the Famous Recipe scoreboard. So the Wapakoneta Redskins get a 3-point goal as they tighten this one up 6-5 with 2:21 to go.
And this is what Wapak needs to do, again, with St. Mary's and other teams in the Western Buckeye League. They're going to key in on Ryan Richardson really heavily, load up on him. So it's going to come down to some of these other Wapakoneta players to step up and get some points on the board, and Blake Rogers able to do that. He actually had 12 points in the opening quarter of last week's game here against Salina, in which the Bulldogs were able to hold Ryan Richardson to 2 points, I believe, in that one in the first quarter, but Blake Rogers went off. And again, that's what Wapak's going to have to do, have some other players step up.
And you look at Blake Rogers, he's a sophomore in this starting lineup with a sophomore, junior, a sophomore, and another junior. So a relatively young lineup for the Wapakoneta Redskins.
Yeah, a lot of youth, and again, everybody that they put out there is 6 foot or taller. So again, there's a lot of length on the floor. Just kind of inexperienced, but again, the more and more that they get to play here, I think it could be a really successful program here in the years to come.
There's a nice dribble drive there by Brennan Stager, and he shows his athleticism as he goes baseline, and he knocks in the little dribbler. They're making it 8-5 on the Lee's Famous Recipe scoreboard.
Yeah, we saw him hit a 3 earlier, but Stager is also a very physical dribble driver, as you can see right there.
You look at both of these teams, Austin, and it's unfortunate or fortunate, however you look at it, that they get a late start every year because of the success of the football
That's
programs.
right.
So these two teams, although 4-6 and 3-7, they got a lot of basketball that they haven't played in front of them.
Absolutely, and it wouldn't surprise me at all if both of these teams kind of put a solid string of basketball together as we tail off in the regular season. Just kind of both teams, again, young and could be late bloomers this season.
Absolutely. Boy, if you like matchups right here, Ryan Richardson and Brennan Steiger on each other, two really good athletes. We'll want to watch that all night. Earlier, before, they had Caleb Moyer out on him, so Wapakoneta taking a conscious effort to watch Steiger wherever he goes on the floor.
Yeah, like I said, Wapak can throw a lot of different bodies at him, and all of them with length. So, again, just trying to disrupt him any way they can.
So we're under 20 seconds here. There's a steal by Wapakoneta. They'll take it down, and yeah, we got to travel on the call, and that'll wipe out a nice effort there by Ryan Richardson.
Well, no fouls so far, no timeouts so far, and I think this 8-minute first quarter is going to take about 9 real-time minutes to complete.
Yeah, they really got through this one in a hurry. My goodness. With an 8-5 score, and both these offenses being very deliberate. And Coach Elkert wanted an explanation on that. Trey Elkert, the head coach for Wapakoneta. I love the way he coaches. He gets fired up. Boy, I'll tell you, he's just like his dad.
Oh, yeah. He's animated, and he can show a lot of energy out there. And, again, that can definitely fuel the Redskins.
This is Steiger with the ball, guarded by Moyer. We're down under 5 seconds. Steiger goes corner. There go corner three. Shot goes up, and it's no good. And after one quarter of play from Wapakoneta High School, the St. Mary's Rough Riders lead 8-5. When we come back, we'll have second quarter action right after these messages. Back here at Wapakoneta High School, tonight's second quarter sponsor is Burke Petroleum, now offering propane for residential, farm, commercial, and industrial users. Burke Petroleum, dependable, available, 800-776-3097. And our game tonight is presented by Superior Credit Union, home of the Spirit checking account and the official sponsor of the Western Buckeye League. So, look, we knew that they may come into a slow start, Austin. Both these teams being very deliberate, taking their time. Not that we're complaining about it. It's good basketball, but really a slow pace, not one I expected.
Absolutely. So St. Mary's taking away what Wapak wants to do, again, with the paint touches in this 2-3 zone, keeping Wapakoneta, trying to make them a jump shooting team. So St. Mary's doing a good job of that. And then on the Wapakoneta side, they're playing some great defense as well, and really trying to take away Steiger from St. Mary's. Again, they've showed a lot this season. The Rough Riders have that their end of quarter look that they want to get to is Steiger on a dribble drive, and they did an outstanding job defending that there at the end of the first quarter. And again, it's one that's going to remain tight through the full 32 minutes, if not more.
This is Geiger with the ball, guarded up top by Blake Rogers. We saw Blake Rogers knock down a three for the Redskins. They'll go inside, a little paint touch down on the low post, kick it back out. This is Alex Haney, the 6'1 senior for the Rough Riders.
So again, there, Haney setting a screen that turns immediately into a post-up. Had a good high-low look between Steiger and Haney there, just not able to capitalize on it.
They'll go dribble drive on the left side. He'll take it up, and he's going to go to the line. A nice drive there by Alex Haney as he gets to the rim, and he's going to shoot 2 free throws. Tonight's free throw sponsor is Ultimate Outdoor. Bring resort-style living to your backyard every day with a luxury outdoor space by Ultimate Outdoor. There you saw the replay, and our replay sponsor tonight is Al's Woody Diner in Wapak. Wapak's best place for pizza, wings, subs, and burgers. Call 419-738-9111. I start talking about Al's Woody's Diner, and I start getting hungry, Austin.
That's right.
I may have to make a pit stop after the game. Second free throw up, and it is good. So it is 8-6 on the Lee's Famous Recipe scoreboard. And I look at that drive there by St. Mary's, and I think that's going to be a key component of this game is getting to the foul line. In a low-scoring game like this, you want to take advantage and get as many shots as you can from the free throw line.
Absolutely. Again, both teams want to generate some easy looks, get in the paint, get to the free throw line as much as they can. So, again, it sounds cliche to say, but it's going to be won on really tiny details tonight.
There you saw Caleb Adams go to the middle of the floor, and he is tied up. A nice job of sliding over by the Rough Rider defense as they do not allow him to get to the rim. Now we're watching Ryan Richardson, the leading scorer for Wapakoneta. He has not scored yet. And in order for, like you said earlier, Wapakoneta has got to get him involved. You know, he is a big-time scorer for them. He's got the ball right now. He'll go left side.
So St. Mary's was even electing to stay in a zone there on that baseline out of bounds, trying to take away what Wapak wants to do, and there's Blake Rogers.
Blake Rogers with an athletic move. Watch him put the ball on the deck, go to the rim, and he says, hey, I'm coming through, get out of the way. Nice job by Blake Rogers. He's going to go to the line for an old-fashioned three.
Yeah, he's been, again, playing with a lot of energy, showed it last week against Salina, and here tonight he's come out firing as well, and again, equally a threat to get to the basket and finish as he is shooting from the outside.
Boy, that one went a mile up in the air, but it ends up in the net. Blake Rogers got 4, and it's 9-8 on the Lee's Famous Recipe scoreboard.
And now Wapak electing to pick up full court here. Not something you see a lot from them, but again, wanting to try to speed the Rough Riders up a little bit, make them uncomfortable, maybe force them into some quick and bad decisions.
Stager with the ball up top. He's guarded by number 21, Caleb Adams. There's another shot from the left side, and it's brought down. Nice job there by the Rough Riders to get that ball back. That was Alex Haney corralling the ball for St. Mary's.
And we talk about Wapak needing to own the glass. Again, Coach Elker, he's really been harping on that this season. And again, this has given St. Mary's a second chance. You had the Rough Riders settle for a three-point field goal, which is not what they want to be shooting. If you're Wapak, you'll live with them shooting threes, but to not come up with the O board there was not good.
Nice job by Trent Lisi. The freshman is in the game now, and he gets the steal there. So the shot goes up, rebound comes down, and St. Mary's will go on the offensive end. So 5:46 to go. Danny Holbrook, Austin Scott from Wapakoneta High School in this Western Buckeye League rivalry match between these two neighboring schools. They've been doing it a lot of years in the Western Buckeye League. There's a nice dribble drive on the left side and an up and under. There you saw a real athletic play there by Alex Haney. The ball just doesn't go in, and Caleb Moyer brings it down.
Extremely acrobatic finish or attempt there, I should say.
Three-point shot up in the air. It's off the mark. That was Aaron Sadler, the 6'2 sophomore. St. Mary's will bring it down, and Brennan Stager runs it on the left side of the floor with 5:05 to go in the game. Excuse me, in the half. Boy, I'm moving this game along,
already,
Austin.
Yeah, I was going to say we're in the second half already. I had to look at the scoreboard.
This is number 13, Alex Haney with the ball on the right side. He'll go back to Stager. Wapakoneta keying on Brennan Stager, knowing where he's at all times. He's got 5 on the night for the Rough Riders. They'll go top of the key. 3 ball on the way, and it's good. Ryan Monfort, the 6-foot junior, knocks in another Wapakoneta Ford 3, and it's 12-8 on the Lee's Famous Recipe scoreboard.
Yeah, very unselfish play from the Rough Riders there. Again, passing up a good shot for a great shot at the top of the key.
Looks like we got a timeout on the floor. We're going to take a timeout here in the booth. You're watching high school basketball on WOSN. Tonight's timeouts are brought to you by Cook & Son Plumbing and Heating, specializing in old-time service since 1978. Find us on Facebook or call 419-738-8956. Danny Holbrook, Austin Scott from Wapakoneta High School. 4:21 in the second quarter. St. Mary's leads this one 12-8.
And for Wapakoneta, I think that timeout was not only an opportunity for Coach Elker to maybe draw something up against this 2-3 zone as they get an open look there and dial it up. And my second point for why they took the timeout, Ryan Richardson was sitting at the scores table waiting to check in for quite some time. I think Coach wanted him on the floor. And
and just as you called it, Austin.
The perfect timeout.
Ryan Richardson knocks in another Wapakoneta Ford 3-point goal, and it's 12-11 on the Lee's Famous Recipe scoreboard. So I'll tell you what, not a lot of shots behind the arc, but they are really efficient. Both teams knocking down the threes when they do take them.
So far, and again, both coaches, when they see their opponent taking a three-point shot, are happy because, again, if you can make this either team settle for shots out there, it's normally a winning formula. So, but so far tonight, like you said, the three-point shot has been falling for both teams.
Stager with the ball up top. He'll swing it over to Alex Haney. They'll go right side corner to Casey Gross.
And really, I know they're long possessions, but there's never a time for the Wapakoneta to kind of slack off against the St. Mary's offense. There's this constant motion, constant cutting, lots and lots of screens. So, again, that's something that over the course of a game can really wear a defense down. But, again, Wapak doing a great job against it here so far in the first half.
And there you see the effects of Ryan Richardson on the offensive end. He knocks in a three. He comes down here. He gets a steal. It goes out of bounds, and it goes back to the Redskins. He really is the leader of this team, and we watched him play football all fall long, a tremendous athlete, and here he comes out here in the wintertime, and he's leading this team with a 14-point average.
Oh, yeah. And when he's taken away, it's noticed for sure for the Redskins, and again, trying to find that second guy that's going to step up when defenses are keying in on him has been big.
And Richardson goes to the foul line for a little dribble drive, and he takes a jumper. It goes off the mark. Ball goes on the floor, and they're going to say a held possession, and that ball is going to go back to St. Mary's.
So, again, another example of a 50-50 ball, and St. Mary's coming out on the right side of it here.
2:42 to go. St. Mary's leads this one 12-11. So Wapakoneta is showing a little bit of pressure as St. Mary's brings it up. Caleb Moyer all over. He gets the steal there. Caleb Moyer's going to take it in. Boy, you saw the quick hands from Caleb Moyer as Brennan Stager was trying to bring the ball up the floor. And the Redskins take their first lead of the night, Austin, at 13-12.
And Stager is hobbling a little bit here behind the play right now. So I don't know, maybe twisted up an ankle there when he went down, hit his knee, but he's not getting around too well right now.
Well, Caleb Moyer come off that football season with a hand injury, and no ill effects of that now as he's playing really good, and his hands are everywhere right now.
Yeah, he's been playing some really good basketball. Again, he was a major bright spot in Wapakoneta's last Western Buckeye League game against Salina last Friday, and his impact's being felt here in the first half.
Stager out top of the ball again. Caleb Moyer all over him. Ryan Richardson on the left side of the floor. St. Mary's is going to go baseline. Trying to push it in. They lose it out of bounds, and it'll go back to St. Mary's. 1:58 to go. Wapakoneta leads 13-12 on the Lee's Famous Recipe scoreboard. So a quick moving first half here as both teams being very deliberate right now. Tonight's premier sponsor for the Wapakoneta Redskins, Binkley Real Estate, has an effective sales approach, effective marketing campaigns, and extensive network that will get you results that move you. So St. Mary's will take it out underneath their basket. They get it inbounds. They'll get it over to Brennan Stager. Gets a screen out top. I thought he was going to pull the trigger on that one. Austin, he really had a good look there, and I thought he was going to let it go, but he doesn't. And the Redskins come up with the ball as they go down the right side. There you saw number 5, Trent Lisi, the freshman, trying to get the ball to Richardson on the right side, and it goes out of bounds, but it was last touched by a St. Mary's Rough Rider. So the official stop play here. We'll see what happens. Entering the game now, number 21, Adam Meinerding. Tonight's presenting sponsor is Frost Roofing, family owned and operated for over 96 years. Join the Frost family. They are an equal opportunity employer. Call 419-739-ROOF. And Wapakoneta throws the ball away, and it's going to go back to St. Mary's. Boy, you look down there on that bench, that St. Mary's bench, and Coach Jordan Blackburn instructing his players and really, really coaching his tail off. And as I said earlier, I really like his philosophy and the talk you had with him this week and get to know him a little more.
Yeah, he was extremely helpful putting some notes together for this broadcast. So I sent him 4 pretty basic questions.
Yeah.
He ended up sending me a book back, which I was
fantastic.
Extremely appreciative for. And again, just kind of is exemplifying his coaching style. Is very professional, very thorough, and again, appreciate his help, as well as Coach Trey Elkert's help as well, as he's always willing to help out and try to help us make our broadcast as best we can for our viewers.
Brennan Stager missed that 3. He missed everything on that one. That ball is going to go back to Wapakoneta. Wapakoneta with their first lead of the night at 13-12. They got a chance to up that lead here with less than a minute to go in the first half.
And we'll see how much Wapak takes off of the clock here. Oh, no, and
they throw it away.
2 careless turnovers on back-to-back possessions for Wapakoneta, and that's something in a game that's going to be this tight you can't afford to do.
You're absolutely right, and it wouldn't surprise me here, Austin, if St. Mary's, with 52 seconds, we don't see them hold the ball the entire rest of this half.
Mm-hmm.
And look at Wapakoneta. They're going to come up in a full man, and they're going to pressure the ball down the floor. And Coach Blackburn says, we're going to take a timeout, and we're going to diagnose that. So with 52 seconds to go, we got another timeout on the floor. We'll be back right after these messages. Welcome back to Wapakoneta High School. Tonight's three-point sponsor is Wapakoneta Ford. View our new and pre-owned inventory at wapakonetaford.net or visit us at 613 North Dixie Highway in Wapakoneta. And our free throw sponsor tonight is Ultimate Outdoor. Bring resort-style living to your backyard every day with a luxury outdoor space by Ultimate Outdoor. So 52 seconds to go. St. Mary's with the ball. They're down 13-12. A low-scoring affair here from Wapakoneta High School. But a good, clean game so far, Austin. Both teams being very efficient on the offensive end.
No, absolutely. So Coach Blackburn was trying to steal an easy one there on that full court out of bounds and try to have a little bit of a home run play. I think they were going to settle for the final shot there until that turnover.
Yeah, you saw Aiden Meinerding from St. Mary's was being hounded, and I think he raised his arm up into the chest of the Wapakoneta defender, and they got him on a charge call. Unfortunate call there, and Coach Blackburn upset about that one.
So, again, that's two straight Wapak possessions, and that's St. Mary's possession there of turnovers. Again, especially when St. Mary's wanting to hold for the final shot there. Now they hand it back to Wapak, and looks like they're going to get the final opportunity of the first half.
So Moyer with the ball out top. Again, I've talked a little bit about the freshman Trent Lacey over here, number 5 in the left-hand corner. I really like his composure, Austin. He looks like he belongs out there, and Coach Elkert's got a lot of confidence in him.
He's getting a lot of run here tonight. I don't think he's seen a lot of varsity action, if any, this year so far.
Caleb Moyer with a little spinning. Oh, you're kidding me. He knocks it in. Are you kidding me? Caleb Moyer with the turnaround three from the top of the key. Watch this, Austin. And his foot may have been on the line, so I bet they're going to take a look at that. I don't want to call that a three ball, but I am going to call it a bucket, and it was good.
Wow. The smile on Coach Trey Elkert's face said it all there. They get nothing easy pretty much the entire first half, and you end up banking a turnaround jumper in to end the first half. My gosh.
After one half of play from Wapakoneta High School, the Wapakoneta Redskins lead the St. Mary's Rough Riders 15-12. We'll be back with second half action right after these messages. It's halftime at Wapakoneta High School, where the Redskins from Wapakoneta lead the St. Mary's Rough Riders 15-12. Tonight's scoreboard sponsor is Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken in Lima, Wapak, Delphus, and St. Mary's. Call Lee's for your catering needs. Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, home style happens here. And our game tonight is presented by Superior Credit Union, home of the Spirit checking account and official sponsor of the WBL. Austin, not a high-scoring game, but a good game nonetheless. Caleb Moyer knocks in a big-time three at the buzzer, and both teams had turned it over on back-to-back possessions.
Yeah, I think here so far, after what we've seen in the first half, we might be in a race to first one to 30.
Right.
Might be our winner tonight. But if you're both coaches, at least defensively, you executed your game plan. You forced both teams to settle for three-point shots when you know they really want to attack the paint. And again, three-point shot has been efficient. There just hasn't been many shot attempts, quite frankly. But even Coach Blackburn, if Wapak's going to settle for 18-foot turnaround jumpers at the end of the first half as their final shot, you would normally live with that, and Caleb Moyer banks it in. So, again, both coaches have to be happy with how the game plan's worked out and kept things tight here, and they're just trying to find a little bit of wiggle room on the offensive end.
It's halftime from Wapakoneta High School. The Redskins lead the Rough Riders 15-12. We come back. We'll have second half action right after these messages. Welcome back to Wapakoneta High School. Tonight's third quarter sponsor is Burke Petroleum, offering propane for residential, farm, commercial, and industrial users. Burke Petroleum, dependable, available. Call 800-776-3097. And our replay sponsor tonight is Al's Woody's Diner in Wapakoneta. Wapak's best place for pizza, wings, subs, and burgers. Call 419-738-911. Austin Scott, Danny Holbrook from Wapakoneta High School. The Wapakoneta Redskins lead 15-12. They took the lead late in the first half, Austin. Blake Rogers and Caleb Moyer both with 6 points apiece. Not a lot of scoring, but the Wapakoneta Redskins find themselves on top in the second half.
Absolutely. So I think the word that you and I kept coming back to on the first half was deliberate.
Yes,
that's
say that a lot.
Describes both of these teams to a T. Again, they're going to double down and triple down on what they want to do regardless of what defense you're throwing at them. And again, if you're both coaches, I think, have to be happy with how the defensive game plan worked out in the first half. Again, Ryan Richardson on the Wapakoneta side held down to just 3 points, and then Alex Haney over on the St. Mary's side held to 1 point. So kind of your top scorers from both teams have been a focal point of the defense. So you have to be happy on that side. And, again, they're just trying to find ways to crack each other's defense and try to get an easy basket.
Ryan Monfort leads the Rough Riders with 6. He had 2 3-pointers for the Rough Riders. So we'll see if he can't get back in the groove for the Rough Riders, knocking down some shots. Caleb Moyer with a cut to the middle, and there's a long-distance 3. Nice box out by the St. Mary's Rough Riders. That shot goes off, and here comes Brennan Steger with the ball with the right side.
Yeah, it's a really good look. Again, St. Mary's sticking with their 2-3 zone. So for Wapak, got the ball down there in the corner, and then Caleb Moyer cutting hard backside to the high post, and that's an area you can really expose on a 2-3 zone, and they got a good touch out of it. Let's see if they can go to it again and try to get a basket this time.
Steger with a little turnaround in the lane, and the ball goes off the mark, and it comes back down to the Redskins as they hurry down the floor. There's another 3 from the left side. Off the mark, actually hit the side of the basket, and the Rough Riders will bring it down. Here comes Brennan Steger as he gets it into the front court. So again, with 6:50 to go, the Redskins lead this one 15-12. St. Mary's slowing it down as they look to get back in this one. This is Steger as he goes up the left side. 3 ball from the top, and it's off the mark. That was in and out. And a nice opportunity there by Caden Geiger, but the ball goes in and rolls back out. So can't get any better than that right there.
Yep, St. Mary's giving themselves a second opportunity here. Again, looking to Coach Blackburn as he barks out the orders here.
They really like that high screen to get Steger towards the rim. But Wapakoneta doing a great job of switching that man and really rolling that defense to keep him away from the rim.
Yeah, Wapak has executed pretty highly on ball screens this season so far. And I know that's a point of emphasis in their defense as well.
Yeah, and not an easy thing to do in a high school game, but they are really good at it. There's a nice turnaround there on the left side by Haney. The left-hander misses a shot. He's going to bring it back for another 3. It goes off the mark, and the rebound comes down, and it's brought down by Aaron Sadler, the 6'2 sophomore.
Yeah, St. Mary's able to extend that possession twice with offensive rebounds. Got a couple good looks out of it, just unable to put it in the basket.
Sadler misses that 3, and the St. Mary's Rough Riders get it out in transition, and they'll bring it back down. There's a 3 from the left side. It goes off the mark, so no 3s are falling right now. Both teams getting an opportunity for some outside jumpers, and the Redskins run it down the floor, and a missed opportunity there as Caleb Adams underneath the basket misses it all, and it comes back down to St. Mary's.
And Coach Elker was encouraging them, get out in transition, get something easy, don't let the St. Mary's defense get set, and they finally get behind the defense and unable to capitalize.
Brennan Steger with a little running shot. He misses that one. They get their own rebound. Steger thought about taking the 3. He'll bring it back out. St. Mary's will reset the offense. So nothing falling for both teams right now. The clock continues to go down. Wapakoneta leads this one 15-12. Danny Holbrook, Austin Scott from Wapakoneta High School in this WBL rivalry game between these two teams. It's a really good basketball game, but boy, they have some really good football games between these two schools.
They do.
4:29 to go on the clock. There's a dribble drive. They'll kick it back out. Haney thought about taking the 3, and he'll bring it back out, and Brendan Steger will set the offense up.
Yeah, we're certainly on pace for the football game to outscore the basketball game, too, right now, and it might be by a wide margin.
There's Steger from top of the key. Ball goes off the mark, and it'll be brought down, and a nice rebound there by Ryan Richardson. Richardson gets the ball back. He'll swing it back out. Blake Rogers, the sophomore. And there's Richardson from the left side. That ball goes off the mark, and a nice job there by Caleb Adams of getting in. He loses the ball. He had it underneath the basket, and here come the Rough Riders down the right side of the floor. They'll kick it back out. Caden Geiger with the ball, and he hands it to Brennan Steger. They always look for Steger. You can see he's the offensive leader for this St. Mary's team.
Yeah, he's always going to be the one that initiates it and kind of leads the way. Again, I know Coach Blackburn's been impressed with his leadership as well as Alex Haney's here this season.
Haney had a good opportunity there. It looked like he got underneath the defender, and he takes it up with the left hand, and he misses that shot. Wapakoneta with the ball, and there's a steal. This is Alex Haney on the drive down the floor, a little Euro step, and he scores. Alex Haney with a nice job of getting to the rim, and it's 15-14 on the Lee's Famous Recipe scoreboard.
Very good finish there, and again, St. Mary's, they're taking the keys to the game seriously here, the 50-50 balls and those hustle plays. They're winning them right now.
Wapakoneta comes down on the offensive end. Caleb Moyer, he'll dribble, drive, foul, little spin, nice left. Caleb Moyer, are you kidding me? A nice dribble drive. Boy, he's such a good athlete. And watch this right here on the Owls Woody's on the instant replay. And there you see the left-handed scoop shot, and he makes it. And he grabs his ankle. Let's hope he's okay. And we've got a timeout on the floor. When we come back, we'll have further action right after these messages. Tonight's timeouts are brought to you by Cook & Son Plumbing and Heating, specializing in old-time service since 1978. Find us on Facebook or call 419-738-8956. And our three-point sponsor tonight is Wapakoneta Ford. View our new and pre-owned inventory at wapakonetaford.net or visit us at 613 North Dixie Highway in Wapakoneta. So the last possession, Caleb Moyer takes it on his own and goes to the rim with the left hand. And when he went down, we saw him grab his ankle, but he looks like he's in good shape now.
Oh, yeah, he's still getting after it, so able to set it up with a good shot fake on that last finish. Coach Elkert taking a timeout, I'm sure, to emphasize rebounding and holding St. Mary's to one chance. Unfortunately, they get a second one here.
And Haney misses the three, and a scrum fight for the ball, but here comes Caleb Moyer as he comes out of that pack. We know Caleb Moyer is used to the contact, all the hits he takes in football, so these little shots aren't going to bother that young man.
Oh, yeah, physical player, Danny.
This is Moyer with the ball up top. He'll go Trent Lisi, three ball from the right side, off the mark, and the young freshman misses that one. It'll go back to St. Mary's with 2:04 to go in the third quarter, and the Skins lead 17-14.
So Wapakoneta trying to open up an opportunity on the perimeter there, setting screens on that low man in the 2-3 zone and trying to set up corner threes, just not able to knock any down.
And a nice job there by Adam Meinerting, the 5'10 junior, knocks in the deuce and makes it 17-16. Wapakoneta leads on the Lee's Famous Recipe scoreboard.
There we go, Walpock looking to do it again. Again, screen on that bottom man in the 2-3 zone out wide, trying to set up a three, and Elliott Block now posting up, trying to work the ball into the paint any way they can.
Boy, it seems like a 3, 4, 5-point lead is eternity in this game, as close as it's been.
Absolutely.
And here we are with a 1-point lead with 1:21 to go. Moyer gets it in the middle, little spin, takes it up, and he's going to score. There you see the strength right there. That is weight room basketball right there.
Wow.
Caleb Moyer knocks it in. He's going to go to the free throw line for an old-fashioned three.
Yeah, look on the Owls Woody's Diner replay there. He's got two St. Mary's defenders with their arms on him, hitting his as he's going up through contact and able to finish. So Caleb Moyer, again, he kind of put the team on his back last Friday night against Salina, and he's starting to do it here as well in the second half.
Caleb Adams checks in the game, the 6'5 sophomore. He comes in for the 6'4 sophomore, Elliott Block. He'll take a seat, and it's 19-16 on the Lee's Famous Recipe scoreboard. Tonight's free throws are brought to you by Ultimate Outdoor, bringing resort-style living to your backyard every day with a luxury outdoor space by Ultimate Outdoor. We haven't got to call a lot of free throws tonight, Austin. We just haven't.
That timeout.
Yeah. I was going to say.
Not a lot of dead balls.
No.
To
These
plug our
officials,
supporters, but yeah.
They have let these young men play tonight, I'll tell you that. This is Gross with the ball. He'll swing it around. Three ball from the left side, and it's good. Ryan Montfort, that's his third one of the night, Austin, and he ties the score at 19-all on the Lee's Famous Recipe scoreboard. Ryan Montfort doing his part for the Rough Riders.
He's definitely bumping up that 31% average from three this year. Again, that's already a pretty good average in high school basketball to be shooting from three. So, again, boosting it a little bit here tonight.
So Richardson with the ball out top. We're at the 20-second mark. They're going to hold for the last shot as he'll bring it up to the top of the feather on the indent head with 15 seconds to go. Moyer takes the ball.
We'll see if they can get something better than they did there at the end of the first half with the 18-foot turnaround bank shot.
There's Richardson from the three on the right side. He misses that shot. Rebound comes down to St. Mary's. They'll bring it down to half court. They get the shot, and a nice shot indeed, but it goes off the mark. They got a good look, and they just missed the shot. We are all knotted up after 3 quarters of play from Wapakoneta High School, 19 apiece. We'll be back with fourth quarter action right after these messages. Tonight's fourth quarter sponsor is Burke Petroleum, offering propane for residential, farm, commercial, and industrial users. Burke Petroleum, dependable, available, 800-776-3097. And our premier sponsor for the Wapakoneta Redskins is Bankley Real Estate. They have an effective sales approach, effective marketing campaign, and extensive network that will get you results that move you. So after 3 quarters of play, Austin, we're all knotted at 19. Both squads had a chance to go up at the end of the third quarter.
Yep, the race to 30 continues for at least 8 more minutes here. And again, as close as this one's been, I wouldn't be surprised to see a little free basketball as well. But again, for Wapakoneta, they've kind of found a way to attack this 2-3 zone from St. Mary's and give themselves a little more open looks and give themselves a little more wiggle room to get better shots off. And we'll see here, again, they just weren't able to fall in that quarter.
So here come the Rough Riders on offense. We're all knotted at 19. There you saw Brennan Steiger. Thought he could take the shot there, but he gets clipped by Caleb Moyer, and Caleb Moyer comes right out top to guard him. A great matchup tonight. We've watched these two battle all night on top of that key. There's a near steal there by Rogers. St. Mary's trying to get the ball down low. They've got a little bit of a mismatch down low with their speed. And there's a three-pointer from the right side, and it's good. There you see Ryan Montfort. He's 4 for 4 tonight. He's kept St. Mary's alive, and they lead 22-19 on the Lee's Famous Recipe scoreboard.
Heating it up. I know the Redskins they're holding the Rough Riders to the shots that they want them to, but St. Mary's is able to hit, and Ryan Montfort having an outstanding ball game.
Trent Lisi tries to go inside to Caleb Adams, and he misses everything, and it's going to go back to St. Mary's. And a 22-19 lead here with 7:02 to play, and St. Mary's trying to up that lead.
And again, Wapak trying to pick up full court. Again, Caleb Moyer, we saw him get a steal and a run out, and here Ryan Richardson going to get in on the trap and works out for Wapakoneta.
And there's the steal, and it looked like Trent Lisi threw the ball off of Aiden Meinerding, and Wapakoneta gets the ball back, and Coach Blackburn asking for an explanation on that call.
Yeah, Trent Lisi, again, the freshman, getting a lot of run here tonight, and again, hasn't gotten himself on the scoreboard, but he's made a few plays like that that are, again, really going to matter, the small details here in a game that's this tight.
I really like his confidence. I know I said that earlier, but he shows no fear, and he's taking a couple of long threes, and you know he's going to get bigger, stronger, and better. He's calling for the ball, Austin. Did you see that?
Oh, yeah.
He's looking at his teammates calling for the ball. I love the attitude of that young freshman.
Oh, yeah. Trent wants to get buckets, but I know right now, again, Coach trying to find something a little easier, something going towards the basket, high percentage, just like that.
There you see Ryan Richardson finds Caleb Moyer, and you've seen that in football the opposite way. Ryan Richardson finds Caleb Moyer going to the basket. It's 22-21 on the Lee's Famous Recipe scoreboard.
Yeah, Caleb Moyer has really, again, emerged here as Wapakoneta's second option, has stepped up big in these games where Ryan Richardson's kind of not been able to get.
You've got to be kidding me. Another three-point goal by Ryan Montfort. He's 5 of 5 on the night. It's 25-21 with 5:54 to go.
Yeah, what an incredible showing here by Montfort. Again, the junior doing a great job here tonight and really starting to rack up on the scoring.
There's another three on the right side by Lisi. He misses that one. Rebound comes down, and it's brought down by Richardson. Shot goes awry. Here come the Rough Riders. They'll bring it up the court, and we're going to get a timeout. Coach Blackburn wants to settle his troops down with 5:22 to go. We'll be back right after these messages. Tonight's free throw sponsor is Ultimate Outdoor. Bring resort-style living to your backyard every day with a luxury outdoor space by Ultimate Outdoor. And our game tonight is presented by Superior Credit Union, home of the Spirit checking account and official sponsor of the WBL. So we are in for a treat tonight here, Austin, as Ryan Montfort. He's got 15 on the night and all 15 behind the arc. He's 5 for 5.
Yeah, he's done an outstanding job. Again, Wapakoneta wants to take away Stager and Haney. Montfort steps up. St. Mary's wants to take away Ryan Richardson. Caleb Moyer has stepped up. So, again, you want to force someone else to try to beat you. And right now, for the Rough Riders, Montfort is beating the Redskins.
Yeah, Caleb Moyer's got 12 points for the Wapakoneta Redskin. He averages 7.3, and Ryan Montfort, who averages 3.4, has got 15. So you're exactly right. A couple of role players who are really carrying their teams tonight.
And a timeout there from Coach Blackburn, and it's not often that you would see a coach maybe call a timeout with over 5 minutes left and maybe want to draw something up that's going to kill even more clock. Again, they have a 4-point lead right now, 5 minutes left, and a game that scoring's been at a premium here. They're wanting to maybe take the air out of the basketball a little bit more than what they already were.
Yeah, they came out of that timeout, and I don't know if you noticed that Ryan Montfort set a ball screen up high, and he stepped back awaiting the ball. So you know they talked about that in the huddle. Hey, let's get Montfort another shot. There's a 3-ball on the way, and it's brought down by Ryan Richardson as he brings it down the floor, finds Caleb Moyer sprinting down the floor, and the Redskins will reset the offense with 4:39 to go, down 25-21. This is Moyer. He's on the left side of the floor. They'll swing it around. Trent Lacey in the corner, the freshman. Skip pass across to Richardson. Thought about going baseline, couldn't find it. Caleb Moyer from 3, and it's off the mark. Moyer gets his own rebound. Thought about taking it back up, and he'll set it back up. Boy, Caleb Moyer is everywhere for this team. There's a 3-ball from the left side, and it's good. Caleb Adams, the 6'5 sophomore, knocks in the triple, and Coach Elkert says, we're going to take a timeout, and you know what? We're going to take a timeout. We'll be back right after these messages. Tonight's presenting sponsor is Frost Roofing, family owned and operated for over 96 years. Join the Frost family. They are an equal opportunity employer. Call 419-739-ROOF. Tonight's scoreboard sponsor is Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken in Lima, Wapak, Delphos, and St. Mary's. Call Lee's for your catering needs. Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, home style happens here. So a nice shooting night, to be kind about it, for Ryan Montfort. 5 of 5 from the floor. And Wapakoneta has no answers for him right now. But here we are at 25-24, and it's anybody's game.
Oh, absolutely. And that was a big time for Caleb Adams to step up his first shot of the night, make this a 1-point ball game. And, again, it's going to come down. You're going to be hanging on every possession here for the next 4:06.
Nice crowd out here for tonight, considering the weather's just really lousy outside and the Buckeyes play. But there's a breakthrough there by the Rough Riders. They'll take it in. Shot goes up, and they're going to get no goaltending called, and the ball comes down. I thought there should have been goaltending called. Coach Blackburn is livid, and here come the Redskins on the offensive end.
Yeah, I think that ball might have already peaked too, so I might have to agree with Coach Blackburn on that one. But that's a play that he drew up in the first half when Wapak started showing that full court pressure look. Wasn't able to hit the deep man on that one, but they were able to there. And again, maybe should have been a basket.
Yeah, absolutely. So the ball on the floor and everybody going after it. We'll get a held ball, and possession arrow goes back to Wapakoneta. So the official talking to Coach Blackburn there and explaining to him why they did not call the goaltending. And Coach Blackburn doesn't agree with him. But nonetheless, a tough call there, either side that you're on. So Moyer with the ball out top. Tried to get it over to Richardson. He's going to swing it back up top to Elliott Block. 3:23 to go. St. Mary's leads this one 25-24. It has been, no one has had a lead bigger than 3 points all night. I don't know, we've talked about that a lot, but that's been the case. And here we are at a 1-point game. And the Redskins trying to go back up on top at the 3-minute mark of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Wapak's running this zone offense set right now where they're sending a backside cutter to the high post, and looks like it's maybe been there a couple of touches, but not able to get to it just yet.
And there's a foul, and that foul is going to go against Casey Gross. And Wapakoneta is going to take it out in front of their bench with 2:57 to go. This has a feel of a last touch game. Do you, you agree?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
So Blake Rogers with the ball, swings it over to Richardson. Richardson gets it into Moyer. Moyer with the shot up, and he scores. Caleb Moyer scores again, and he's going to go to the line for an old-fashioned three. We've seen it 3 times tonight with 3-point plays in Caleb Moyer.
Yeah, that was absolutely perfect. You're seeing on the Al's Woody's Diner replay there. Moyer cutting from the backside of that high post. They finally get the ball in there at the elbow, and he's able to drive in for the bucket.
And our free throw sponsor tonight is Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken. Lima, Wapak, Delphus, and St. Mary's. Home style happens here. So Caleb Moyer knocks it in, and the Redskins lead 27-25. Moyer's got 15 on the night to lead the Redskins. Well, we thought about taking the shot. Steiger thought about it, and he quickly brought the ball back down. Here we are at the 2:30 mark. Steiger guarded out top heavily by Blake Rogers, and a near steal, and they're going to get a foul on Elliott Block.
And Wapak can afford to be a little bit aggressive on plays like that, especially had no team fouls still at this point here with just 2.5 minutes remaining.
So St. Mary's inbounds the ball. They get it back to Steiger. Brennan Steiger for the St. Mary's Rough Riders. He's got 5 points on the night. There's a little dribble drive there by Montfort. 3 ball from the right side. It's off the mark, and Caleb Moyer comes up with it with 2:09 to go, and they lead 27-25. They'll be in no hurry to shoot the ball here. There's a dribble drive, and excuse me, I was wrong. They take it right up. Moyer gets the rebound. He's going to take it up, and he scores. Caleb Moyer has been Mr. Inside tonight for the Redskins. He's got 17, and the Skins lead by 4, 29-25.
Yeah, I was expecting Wapak to take a little more time off the clock there too, but when you get a look on the doorstep like that, you have to take it.
There's a 3-point goal up and out. No. Shot went up. That was Alex Haney, and we've got a foul on the floor. So Meinerding with the foul there.
Great job by Wapakoneta boxing out on that one. That was a must-have rebound. Couldn't afford to give St. Mary's a second chance there. And, again, that could be a play that ends up sealing this for them.
Hey, stick around after the game as we're going to give out a Stolly Hustle Award winner, probably for the winning team. I've got a couple guys in mind for both teams. Stick around for that. After the game, we will give that award out. So here we go with 1:18 to go. Redskins lead this one. The biggest lead of the night, Austin, 29-25. They lead by 4 with 1:10 to go.
And St. Mary's going to have to start getting after the ball here. They still have a foul to give coming up on 60 seconds remaining. So they got to be going for the ball, a steal here, or making a quick foul.
Moyer with the ball. He's out top. We're under a minute to go, and there's a near steal, and Moyer gets it back. And there is heavy pressure, and there's the steal St. Mary's needed. Here comes Haney down the floor as he goes up, and he's fouled. Alex Haney goes to the rim, and he's fouled. He's going to shoot 2 free throws with the clock stopped.
That was well executed by the Rough Riders on defense. I was starting to get a little worried up here and thinking in my mind, foul, and they're able to get the steal, go to the other end. And like you said, crucial time to make these free throws. The clock is not running. They have to be able to capitalize here.
So Alex Haney goes to the Lee's Famous Recipe free throw line. Or excuse me, he goes to the Ultimate Outdoor free throw line. And he knocks in the first one. Haney's got 4, and it's 29-26 on the Lee's Famous Recipe scoreboard. And we're going to get a timeout. We got a timeout on the floor. We'll take a timeout here in the booth. You're watching high school basketball on WOSN. Tonight's replays are brought to you by Al's Woody's Diner in Wapak. Wapak's best place for pizza, wings, subs, and burgers. Call 419-738-9111. Al's Woody's Diner, our replay sponsor. And our 3-point sponsor tonight is Wapakoneta Ford. View our new and pre-owned inventory at wapakonetaford.net or visit us at 613 North Dixie Highway in Wapakoneta. So here we go, partner. This one's tight. St. Mary's with another free throw. They knock this one in. It's a one-possession game. It's a one-possession game now, but with the way they're shooting right now, 2 points is 2 points, and a huge lead here, so 47 seconds to go.
So for Coach Blackburn, he's taking that timeout to get his full-court pressure defense set in the case of a made free throw here. Even on a miss, you kind of have a plan B of here's what we're going to do defensively. Again, St. Mary's still has a foul to give, so they can afford to be very aggressive digging at the basketball here, make or miss.
So Haney with a second shot, and it is off the mark. Here we are at 29-26. Wapakoneta almost a turnover, and St. Mary's hits the ball and it goes out of bounds, and a near disaster for the Redskins.
Wow, yeah, that nearly worked out perfectly for the Rough Riders. I know you obviously want to make that free throw, but on the miss, they nearly force a turnover right away.
Boy, St. Mary's, Austin, has really amped up their pressure here late in the game. And Moyer with the ball. He's triple teamed, and the ball's on the floor. And Coach Elkert's going to get a timeout, and a good timeout there by Trey Elkert. And we're going to stay right here with 32 seconds to go. And they're going to say it's a timeout. I thought maybe we had seen a foul, but Coach Elkert, realizing that the pressure's being intensified here, he's going to draw up something to get the ball across half court.
Yeah, I think Coach Blackburn, a couple of things he was upset about there possibly is I don't think Wapak really had possession of the basketball at the time of the timeout. And also I think a few more seconds ticked off that clock after the timeout was called, so he was trying to get that adjusted to, but it looks like they're going to ride it out here with I think we just have a few more ticks left than 30 seconds maybe remaining.
Yeah,
so.
you're right. Well, this has been a dandy all night. Wapakoneta leads this one 29-26, and Danny Holbrook and Austin Scott, the rookie, you're doing a fantastic job, my man. Game number 2 for you.
Thank you, sir.
And you got a good career here going, and we're going to work together a lot.
Oh, absolutely, man. I'd work with you anytime, Danny. And again, our WSN crew is second to none.
Appreciate that. Tonight's timeouts are brought to you by Cook & Son Plumbing and Heating, specializing in old-time service since 1978. Find us on Facebook or call 419-738-8956. Cook & Son Plumbing hasn't got a lot of advertising tonight because we haven't got a lot of timeouts, brother.
No, not a lot of dead balls in general here, but appreciate Cook's support. And now Wapak's going to be tasked with a tough sideline out-of-bounds effort here. St. Mary's, again, try not to allow anything deep, anything easy like a layup. And now they got Blake Rogers trapped.
And there's a
Alex
steal.
Haney with the
Haney
steal.
gets the steal. They'll bring it back out. 3-ball on the way, and it's good! You've got to be kidding me!
My goodness.
Aiden Meinerding with the triple, and he ties it up at 29 all with 22 seconds to go.
St. Mary's defensive execution here about the last 3 possessions has just been incredible, and Coach Blackburn has begged them for more intensity and to amp up that pressure, and it's working right now.
What a shot by Aiden Meinerding, the 5'10 junior, and he didn't hesitate, Austin. He just let it go, and I'm telling you, he went from Kentucky to 10 of 3.
And he's only attempted 9 three-pointers on the season, and none bigger than that one that went in right there.
What a game here in the fourth quarter. And the whole game, you and I talked about the deliberate offenses, and the defense has been intensified here in the last quarter, and this has just been a fun game to watch.
Yeah, you can't get any closer than the first one to 30 wins. That's
You've said it all night.
Either basket by either team here in the final seconds is going to potentially do it. So really biting. I'm biting my fingernails
and
up
what's
here.
really funny, Austin, is you look around this gym and it's littered with people in their Ohio State gear, and there's a real possibility we're going to overtime.
Hey, we mentioned some free basketball after I saw the first quarter of this one. I said it's going to be 32 minutes or more, and might have been a little foreshadowing.
So Wapakoneta is going to trigger it in. Richardson trying to get it in, and Moyer gets it in. St. Mary's all over him, and they're going to get a foul, and they're going to get Casey Gross on the foul. And Gross thought he had a steal, but not enough to put Wapakoneta on the line yet, so they'll take it out underneath.
And again, we mentioned before, St. Mary's had one more foul to burn before Wapakoneta could shoot free throws, so they did have a chance to gamble there on that inbound.
So Richardson trying to trigger the ball and gets it in, gets it over to Trent Lacey. Lacey finds Moyer, and St. Mary's is going to fall back and play him in the half-court set. Here comes Moyer with the ball. We're under 10 seconds. Moyer on the right side. They'll go top side. We're at 7 seconds. They get it to Moyer. Moyer with 4 seconds. He's going to dribble drive, take it in, and a foul, and Moyer's going to go to the line with 1.5 seconds to go. You've got to be kidding me. Caleb Moyer draws the foul, and he's got a chance to win it for Wapakoneta.
Oh, my goodness. Again, Caleb Moyer, it's been all aboard here in the second half, putting the team on his back and freight training his way to the basket, and let's see if it can pay off here.
First one on the way, and it's off the mark. It's off the mark. Caleb Moyer has 17. He misses that one with 1.5 seconds to go. He's got another one. The official gives him the ball. Moyer sets his sights, lets it go, and it's missed. Ball comes down, and the shot is up, and it's off the mark. We're going to overtime. Free basketball from Wapakoneta High School. After 4 quarters of play, we're knotted at 29. We'll be back with overtime right after these messages. Tonight's free throw sponsor is Ultimate Outdoor. Bring resort-style living to your backyard every day with a luxury outdoor space by Ultimate Outdoor. And tonight's presenting sponsor is Frost Roofing, family owned and operated for over 96 years. Join the Frost family. They are an equal opportunity employer. Call 419-739-ROOF. So a great job of the Wapakoneta Athletic Department of starting this one early.
Yeah.
For the Buckeye fans. But we're in overtime, brother. And hey, look, we joke, but what a great game we saw tonight.
Oh, my goodness. Again, just hanging. You've been hanging on every possession pretty much since the tip-off at this case. And, again, extremely exciting and a great effort for St. Mary's to really dig deep there in the final 60 seconds to come up with some crucial steals. And, again, got themselves to the point where they could tie the basketball game. And you can't help but feel just absolutely terrible for Caleb Moyer with the way the performance he's put on here tonight. And you have a chance to ice the game and not able to do it. But the good thing about Caleb, I know he's extremely resilient here, and he's got another 4 minutes to get the job done for the Redskins.
Would you have been surprised, Austin, if that fadeaway 3 at the buzzer would have went in?
Oh, no.
I wouldn't have been surprised at all.
I was holding my breath that entire time. I was like, if he bookends both halves with a turnaround jumper, that'd be pretty incredible.
So here come the Redskins. We're all knotted in overtime at 29 apiece. Moyer with the ball up top. He leads the Redskins in scoring tonight with 17. And Ryan Montfort leads the Rough Riders in scoring with 15, all on 3-pointers. And, you know, that's the one thing we didn't see in the last 4 minutes of the fourth quarter was Ryan Montfort get a good look.
No, absolutely. Again, Coach Elker took a timeout, I think it was about halfway through that fourth quarter, and I'm sure that was a major topic of discussion there of, hey, he gets no more clean looks the rest of this game.
So the Redskins being very deliberate on the offensive end here. And that ball was tipped over, but Richardson corrals it in. They'll bring it up top. This is Moyer on the right side. He'll go right side to Richardson. Caleb Adams stands on the left side. They'll go corner. 3-ball on the way. That's off the mark. And Moyer gets the rebound, takes it up, and he misses it. He's going to go to the line to shoot too. Caleb Moyer has weak-sided rebounding as well as anybody I've seen this year.
Yeah, he's just been absolutely relentless. And like I said, he's not going to let what happened there at the end of regulation be a hangover effect for him here into overtime. He's going to continue to give 100% and get opportunities here, and he's got a chance to make both of these free throws. Has he a big smile, and he kind of looks to the bench almost like, why couldn't I have done this a couple minutes ago?
A lot of relief. So, he knocks the first one in.
Good spirit.
Misses the second one. Ball goes out of bounds, and it's going to go back to Wapakoneta. You saw Brennan Steiger got his hands on it, and as soon as it went out, the Wapak bench started screaming, hey, that's our ball.
There might be no bigger 50-50 ball than that one right there. And, again, the Rough Riders end up on the wrong end of it.
And Richardson gets a 3. Ryan Richardson comes out of nowhere, knocks in the triple, and it's 33-29 with 2:47 to go in overtime. Ryan Richardson, the biggest shot of the night.
And that's the first we've called his name since he hit that 3 in the first quarter, I believe it was. So, again, he's been a little locked up since then, and he's coming through during clutch time.
So the Rough Riders trying to get back in this one. And they saw Ryan Montfort in the corner, but Montfort is guarded tightly by Blake Rogers. There's a real nice dribble drive there by Alex Haney as he knocks in the double, and it's 31-33 with 2:21 to go, and there's a timeout on the floor. We'll take a timeout on the booth. You're watching high school basketball on WOSN. Tonight's timeouts are brought to you by Cook & Son Plumbing and Heating, specializing in old-time service since 1970. Find us on Facebook or call 419-738-8956. And our scoreboard sponsor tonight is Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken in Lima, Wapak, Delphus, and St. Mary's. Call Lee's for all your catering needs. Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, home style, happens here. So here we go, partner. 2:21 to go in overtime. Wapakoneta, we think, is a big lead, 33-31, but what we've seen all night, we're not real sure.
2 minutes remaining. There might only be 2 possessions left in this ball game. If Coach Elker has his way, maybe it'll be one as Wapak
And Wapakoneta gets a 10-second call. The pressure from St. Mary's is relentless, and Wapakoneta gets the 10-second call.
Yeah, St. Mary's just, again, their defense is what brought them back there in the late stages of the fourth quarter and got some crucial stops and steals, and it's working out for them here in overtime as well.
I'll tell you, we've talked about both these teams' records, and Wapakoneta at 4-6. St. Mary's at 3-7, and you would believe that these teams are fighting for a league title as hard as these kids are playing. I absolutely love the approach both these squads have taken.
Yeah, a game that means a lot to the coaching staffs, the players, and also the community.
Nice job there by Haney getting in the paint, and he misses that shot. Rebound comes down. Richardson with the ball in the corner. He's going to be double teamed. Looks for an outlet, and he finds one. They get it across the timeline, and there you see a cutter going to the rim. And Elliott Block is going to go to the free throw line, and he's got a chance for two.
Yeah, great job by Wapakoneta navigating the pressure there. Ball only touches the floor one time after Ryan Richardson was kind of caught in that trap. That was great execution by Wapakoneta.
So Block goes to the free throw line, and the first one is off the mark. The ultimate outdoor free throw line, bringing resort-style living to your backyard every day with a luxury outdoor space by Ultimate Outdoor. So he gets another one. Shot goes up, and that's off the mark. And Caleb Moyer almost brought down a one-handed rebound, and he ends up on the floor. Unbelievable the way he got up.
It looked like he was going for an interception there in the secondary.
It did. So Brennan Steiger brings the ball down, guarded by Moyer. Steiger tries to take it in. He'll kick it back out. This is Gross. Gross gets it over to Haney. Haney gets it back out to Steiger. We're at the 1:15 mark in overtime. They get it into Haney at the foul line. Looks for Steiger. Haney guarded by Richardson up top. They'll swing it to Gross in the corner. Ball goes out of bounds, and it's going to go back to St. Mary's.
And now this is a tough spot for St. Mary's to try to inbound this as well. Kind of stuck down here in the corner. We'll see what the Rough Riders are able to do to get this ball in. A little easier than, of course.
Yeah, right.
Made a little too much out of that one.
Casey Gross out top. And we got a foul out top. And that foul's going to go on Elliott Block, the 6'4" sophomore. Block's got some length to him at 6'4". So here come the Rough Riders. We're at the 52nd mark. They're down 33-31. Get it over to Meinerding. Back over to Montfort. Montfort's been quiet here in the late stages of the fourth quarter and overtime.
They set a good cross screen there for Haney to get a post-up look, and I thought he had an easy touch, so they didn't go inside to him, and now they will with Steger.
Steger guarded by Moyer down on the low post. They kick it back out. And we're at the 25-second mark in overtime here. Rough Riders holding that ball. And we got a timeout. Ooh. And it looks like Coach Blackburn's going to take a timeout here with 19 seconds to go. And really, look, that's just my philosophy, Austin. You're 3-7. You're on your rival's court. I'm going to win the ball game here. I'm going to execute, see if we can't get a three-pointer. I'm going to see if I can't get a ball screen for Ryan Montfort, help him get open, and win this game. That's just my philosophy.
Right. Oh, absolutely. So, again, yeah, if you're St. Mary's, you can kind of play the hot hand here and be aggressive and go for the win. My bad. Sorry about that. I'm a little bit on the edge of my seat up here, too. So
it's a great game.
Getting a little antsy here at the end. But, yeah, whether you want to be aggressive and play that hot hand and go for the three-pointer here with Montfort, or, again, what St. Mary's prefers to do in these gotta-have-it situations is set up a dribble drive ISO for Steger. Unfortunately, tonight, they haven't really been able to get unlocked on that. Wapakoneta and their pack line defense has really disrupted him and not allowed those dribble drives that he's so accustomed to. So it'll be interesting, again, to see how St. Mary's plays this out. A couple different ways they can go.
19 seconds to go. Danny Holbrook, Austin Scott from Wapakoneta High School, and we have been treated to an absolute feast of a basketball game. 33-31, we're in overtime. And stick around. We're going to give out a Stolly Hustle Award after this game, so make sure you stick around for that. So here come the Rough Riders with 15 seconds to go.
Here we go, trying to run something for Montfort. Try to run him through an elevator screen there. Now Haney looking to post up.
There's Steiger. Excuse me. Shot goes up, and it's good! They knock it down! You've got to be kidding me. Aiden Meinerding with 3.4 seconds to go knocks in the triple. 34-33. 3.4 seconds to go.
Oh, my goodness.
That's why I like high school basketball.
Oh,
that's what I love about it.
That was incredible. So, again, St. Mary's comes out of that timeout, trying to set Ryan Monfort up with a little bit of a double door or an elevator screen to get him something in the corner. But at the same time, he didn't cut off that extremely hard, as almost if it was a little bit of kind of a disguise so they could try to get the ball down to Haney on the block. So, again, they might have been playing for 2 there, and it works out that they get a 3 out of it anyway. So, either way, it was drawn up in the huddle there by Jordan Blackburn. It results in St. Mary's taking a lead here with just somewhere under 4 seconds to go. I think the officials might be coming over to the scores table to discuss the clock situation.
So good news, bad news here. Good news is St. Mary's hits the 3. They're up 34-3. Bad news is Wapakoneta's got 3.4 seconds. I used to tell my kids when I coach, look, if we got 3 seconds, we can get 4 dribbles. If we can get the ball to half court, we got 4 dribbles to get to the rim, which is really easy to do if you got the right guy with the ball. So let's watch and see what Wapakoneta does. They're down 34-33. Caleb Moyer is going to be the trigger man, and he's going to try to get it in bounds.
And St. Mary's in a tricky situation here, too, to where they have the 5 team fouls that carried over from regulation, so they can't afford a foul here and put Wapak on the line.
Moyer's going to run the baseline. He's looking to get it in. He finds his man. This is Rogers, and the ball goes out of bounds, and the officials are going to get to the clock went off, and the officials – and we're not real sure about the call.
I think they're granting Coach Elkert a timeout here.
So Wapakoneta gets the timeout. And I'm not sure how much time's on the clock. We're going to have to wait and see, Austin.
There was definitely a whistle, and then momentarily, again, may have only been a second, maybe a hair more. The clock ran down after that whistle. So I'll be curious to see exactly how much time they're going to put back on here.
Yeah, I just wonder if we're under 2 seconds or maybe 2.3 in that area. I'm not real sure.
Well, it's seriously, I think, Danny, it's got to be a second or less. Wapak inbounded the ball with 3.4 seconds.
I'm talking about the time that went off the clock.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
My apologies. Yeah.
So, they're going 0.8, 0.8 of a second. So, you can still get a shot off, correct?
Yeah, it's pretty obvious, I think, what Wapak's got to do here. And what I would expect them to be drawing up right now is a lob play. Potentially, probably for Caleb Adams.
I was going to say, Caleb Adams, your tallest guy.
Most athletic kid, your tallest kid, and he can really jump out of the gym. So if I were to speculate, Wapak's going to be drawing up some kind of lob play potentially for him. But right now they got him lined up in the backcourt near the three-point line.
I'm kind of mystified about that one.
Let's see what direction they want to go. Again, maybe this would be an extremely hard lob for a player to throw to, so maybe they're not going to go that direction.
Blake Rogers is going to trigger the ball in front of the St. Mary's bench here with 0.8 of a second to go, and the official is telling Aiden Meinerding, do not cross that line. Rogers is trying to get it in, and Meinerding steals it, and that's going to do it. The St. Mary's Rough Riders win this one 34-33 in overtime with a steal by Aiden Meinerding as the ball goes inbounds. Austin, what a game we've witnessed tonight.
Wow. I can't believe it. Again, some crazy circumstances there at the end of that one. And for the second straight week on their home floor in WBL action, Wapakoneta has their heart broken.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to give our Stolly Hustle Award, and we'll wrap this one up. You've been watching high school basketball on WOSN. Welcome back to Wapakoneta High School, where the Redskins get a big win, the St. Mary's Rough Riders get a big win over the Wapakoneta Redskins, 34-33. You can check out our highlights tonight, Stolly Hustle Award winner on the WSN YouTube page. And look, Caleb Moyer, I think both of us agree, was the outstanding player tonight. Yes. 18 points. He did everything for Wapakoneta.
Yes, he did. I mean, just pulling down rebounds. He was extremely aggressive with all of his dribble drives to the basket. And, again, brought Wapak back to life in a game where, again, Ryan Richardson is not scoring as much as maybe he's accustomed to, and Caleb Moyer stepped up big for the Redskins.
Yeah,
tonight.
there was a lot of key plays in that whole contest, and, the controversial goaltending play, and we had a lot of, fouls in the fourth quarter. Good fouls, don't get me wrong, because the defensive intensity really ratcheted up. We saw a lot of free throws in that fourth quarter and overtime.
Absolutely. So, again, it's a game where every possession mattered. I mean, seriously, it felt like every dribble of the ball could have gone one way or the other for these teams. And, again, in a game that gets decided 34-33.
And it got decided on the last play of the game.
Yeah, exactly. First to 30 in a game that went to overtime, if that tells you the physicality that was played with here.
Hey, great performance tonight, Austin. Thanks a lot. You did a great job, and you're going to spend a lot of time with us, brother.
Hey, same to you, Danny. Anytime they want to put me with you, I'm down for it, buddy.
I appreciate that. For our director, Wayne Getz, for Derek Henry and Kelsey Beimer, Austin Scott, I'm Danny Holbrook saying thank you so much. You've been watching high school basketball on WOSN.